It's like being in death row in a penitentiary.
With the job we had was at least 50% chance of living, 50% chance of dying.
Welcome to the Fan Carpet. I'm Sophia Jessica, and today we are here with Erik Nelson, the director of The Cold Blue. What made you decide you wanted to kind of create this documentary?
There was a necessity to create the documentary. I stumbled across this cache of raw footage, color footage, shot at great personal risk by William Wyler, the director of the Memphis Belle back in 1943, documenting something that will hopefully never happen again, the strategic bombing of Germany. So it's color footage shot inside B-17s, 25,000 feet over Germany. So if you discover an archive like that, not to use it is criminal.
Yes. And have you been interested in, World War I and these subjects in the past, or is it sort of new? It's
not coincidental that I would be in the National Archives looking around for footage. I've done a number of films in my career deriving from other directors' footage, and probably it's the most notable one of being Grizzly Man, Werner Herzog's film, where I found this store of footage. So I'm always on the lookout for interesting found material.
Yeah, no, I think you did a great job, and it's an important story to tell, and I think it's important that people watch it. And I think if you could tell us maybe about the most challenging part of making this, in filming and post-production and.
Well, I'd say the challenging part was our ambition was to do a feature, big screen, immersive documentary, the equivalent of stepping in a time machine and going back in time to 1943, but we had a very small budget, so I like to think we're the garage band version of the Peter Jackson film. I think we did this film for 1/15 the budget of that, and to create something that comes out as good as I think this came out, with an original score by Richard Thompson, sound design by the gentleman who previously had done the Black Panther, the sound designer, and this ravishing, vivid color widescreen footage. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's surprising to know you just had, like a small kind of budget for this. So it's in the future, would you sort of hope to have like a bigger budget and do a different...
If the idea is right, the budget is of no concern. You can't throw money. You can't throw money at a project and necessarily get a better film. It'd be nice to get a much bigger budget and pocket the rest. But
yeah.
To be honest with you, great films come from the material and the vision of the director, not necessarily the budget.
Yeah, no, I agree. With making the film, would you say you found out anything new while you were doing the research? And
no, I'm something of a World War II buff, and I know this subject very well, but I was surprised. One small fact that I found interesting was all the gunners, all the men who were firing machine guns, the classic cliche where they're shooting out their ports at the German fighters. Not one of them ever hit a German plane, let alone shoot one down. They'd never hit German planes. It was very rare that they would actually bring down a German plane. So the machine guns are almost a placebo. Made the crews feel like they could fight back, but it was very ineffective.
Wow. Are you hoping that they take out of this once they watch it?
Well, we need to pay this story forward. This is a story about, and it wasn't just the Americans, the British flew at night on equally dangerous missions. This is a film about kids 19, 20, 21 years old who went through horrific conditions, risking their lives and being traumatized for life to bring peace, fight evil, and form a durable, shall I say, European Union, and at a time when that seems to be in jeopardy with the same sort of fault lines emerging. I think it's important this story be told.
Yeah. And where can people see this documentary?
Only one night. This is, as I said earlier, this is an immersive time machine. If you don't see it Thursday night in cinemas, you won't get a chance to see it in theaters again. Plus, this version of The Cold Blue is an additional 30 minutes longer. It's a special event version the regular film is the movie. This includes a short subject at the beginning and a making of at the end, and it really demands to be seen inside a cinema.
Yeah, and could you tell us which cinemas would be available? And
I would just say I can't because it's in 170 cinemas. So what I would do is, I would say the easiest thing is to do is Google CinEvents, one word, the cold blue, and it'll pop up. And anyone who has access to a computer and rudimentary typing skills should be able to bring it up.
Good, perfect. And I was just wondering, with platforms like Netflix and, of course, many others, would you be interested in the future putting your documentaries or films onto those?
Well, one of my films is already on Netflix. The film that I did before The Cold Blue, A Gray State, was bought by Netflix, is on
great.
Netflix. And I did an animated dinosaur movie, crazy animated walking with dinosaurs on LSD film called Dinotasia, which had a 3 or 4 year run on Netflix. So I'm actually more interested. I'm not interested in Netflix, but I want people to see my films in cinemas. And this idea of a concentrated one-night event release model that CinEvents is doing is very interesting. We ran our film in the States in 700 theaters in one night a few weeks ago. Wow. And made $420,000 in the box office in one night for a relatively off-brand topic. So that's an intriguing form of delivery. So in essence, it's not things you can watch streaming on your iPhone or on Netflix. It's a way of getting people back inside cinemas where they need to be, watching things in the dark with strangers.
Yeah, with other people interested in the same subject.
Exactly. That to me is a much more exciting distribution platform. Awesome.
And lastly, I was wanting to ask you what you're hoping to do maybe in the future, after this kind of...
Well, in light with the idea of, a story that's relevant, the opening film, the opening short subject is a Nazi newsreel that what the Germans were showing in their cinemas to justify what they were doing. And then on Thursday you'll see a newsreel of them shooting down RB-17s, but from the point of view of the German fighters with cameras under the wings. But we also have discovered 300 hours more of these Nazi newsreels in pristine form, and we're looking to restore those films and do a film called Their Struggle, which is a alternate history of World War II, the war the Nazis thought they were fighting. In essence, the original fake news from World War II. Wow.
Well, we look forward to that as well. And well done for this production. And we hope to see this one and more in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Yep. Thank you. Very nice.
Very nice
meeting you both.
I'm Sophia Jessica. Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more next time.
I don't want to see them have to face what we did.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.